Merry Christmas or Merry Christmas Eve. I know that for many of you Christmas is tomorrow, but of course the sun is set, and when the sun sets, it is tomorrow in biblical reckoning as it goes from sunset to sunset. So whether it's Merry Christmas or Christmas Eve to you, I just welcome you to St. James tonight for being with us here on our first Christmas Eve service, all online. I'm James Henry, the pastor here at St. James on the west end of Alexandria, and we welcome to you wherever you are in the world joining us tonight or whenever you choose to watch. One of the things we like to do near the beginning of our worship experience and during the Advent season, we've been lighting a candle each Sunday morning, and now tonight we'll light the last of those candles, but sometimes we have a reading or a practice. One of my favorite children's books, which is really sort of more of an adult book that you read to children, is The Velveteen Rabbit. Now, rather than read you the whole thing, because then that would be the whole service, and then I'd be choked up and there'd be no sermon or anything else, I wanted to read you a part, because this will tie into our lighting of the Christmas Eve candle, the Christmas candle, the last of our candles. And I thought I would sit at the edge of the stage, because sitting down to read a story seems the right thing to do. Let me set the scene. The Velveteen Rabbit is exactly what it sounds like. It is a gift to the little boy. It comes in his Christmas stocking. It's got a velveteen coating. It's very soft and round, and it's stuffed with sawdust, which is a very old-fashioned thing at the time that he is given to the little boy. He's ostracized by the mechanical toys because they are very modern and they think they know what's happening in the world. And the wooden toys feel the exact same way. But there's one toy in the toy closet that is kind to him, and that is the skin horse. And we begin on page 12 reading about the skin horse. The skin horse had lived longer in the nursery than any of the others. He was so old that his brown coat was bald in patches and showed the seams underneath, and most of his hairs in his tail had been pulled out to string bead necklaces. He was wise, for he had seen a long succession of mechanical toys arrive to boast and swagger, and by break their mainsprings and pass away. And he knew that they were only toys and would never be anything else. For nursery magic is very strange and wonderful, and only those playthings that are old and wise and experienced, like the skin horse, understand all about it. "What is real?" asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came to tidy the room. "Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle?" "Real isn't how you are made," said the skin horse. "It's the thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you, then you become real." "Does it hurt?" asked the rabbit. "Sometimes," said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. "When you are real, you don't mind being hurt." "Does it happen all at once, like being wound up?" he asked, "or bit by bit?" "It doesn't happen all at once," said the skin horse. "You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't often happen to people who break easily or have sharp edges or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off and your eyes drop out and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But those things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand." "I suppose you are real," said the rabbit, And then he wished he hadn't said it, for he thought the skin horse might be sensitive, but the skin horse only smiled. The boy's uncle made me real. That was a great many years ago. But once you are real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always. It lasts for always. You know, when I read that little section about becoming real, it makes me think about, in part, what Christmas is all about. Because in a little boy, born in a little manger a long, long time ago in a backwards, nowhere place, a little boy was born to love the fur off of us and make us real. Make us real. So that the light of God is not something we think about or know about. It's something we are. We shine that light in the way that we love and in the way that we live and in the way we become. So as we join together in this Christmas Eve worship, I'm going to light this last candle. There's more light in the world, but you can also be part of that as you let the little boy in the manger love you into being real. Love you into being real.